Welcome back to the Buffalo Bulls Dynasty on College Football 25. Continuing year 6, we have Game 2 against our rivals, the Temple Owls. In Game 1, I debuted our revamped run-centric offense, and the running game looked great, while the passing game wasn't all that productive in David Ogbonna's starting debut. His playing style deal breaker was something we talked about last year, and of course we're going to talk about it this year, because if we're not a productive passing team, he could look to transfer. I estimated during the offseason we'd have to average around 260 or 265 passing yards a game if we wanted to make sure he wouldn't transfer. I'm choosing to just take on the risk. I'm sure there are going to be games where we have to throw the football more, but I'm running the offense that I think is best for the players we have and the best for getting the postseason success that we've missed the last 2 years. If he decides to transfer, we're going to deal with it, and if this team isn't productive passing the ball, then we'll focus more on recruiting quarterbacks. But we're only one game into the year. Let's let things unfold a bit more. We take on our rivals this week, and we need to win 2 more rival games to unlock a part of the coaching tree. We've played Temple 4 times. We are 2-2 in the series. They won the first 2. We've won the last 2. And we're back in Philadelphia for this meeting as we see if we can carry on the run game success, the record-setting pass rush success from week 0 as well. We had broken the FBS single-game sack record, I was reading in the comment section. 13 sacks last week. I never expected anything like that, especially in our first game after losing our top pass rusher. Let's see what else this season brings our way. Buffalo takes on Temple. It's week 1 officially, and we're in rainy Philadelphia to get this week started. And the offense is up first for Buffalo as Tyreek Carmona handles the opening kick after saving the game a bit last week, recovering the onside kick. And here is David Ogbonna making his second start. He went 15 of 22 in his debut, 135 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. And the Bulls open with a run. It's D'Angelo Meyer, gain of 1. Maybe we see even more running this week, given the rain and how that could affect the game, as Meyer does not get much, and that is not a good sign. Left guard Chauncey Baptiste is going to have to come off. He's one of our best-rated linemen. 3rd and 7, Ogbonna picked off. And Temple will have it inside of Buffalo territory on the pass intended for Enrique Trejo. We didn't see him catch many passes in week 0. I want to see him get some more looks, and he just cannot make a play on this football. Linebacker takes it, and here's Temple inside the 20. Quarterback is Corin Royster, and the give is to running back Rasheem Springs, and a flag is thrown, and that'll back up the Owl offense. Now at the 25, and Royster will keep it with plenty of green ahead of him. Good job recovering the lost yards, and it's 3rd and short. As they move the tight end right to left, and Springs gets north and picks up the first down. Temple trying to capitalize off the interception. The ball is out and complete. It's a Temple touchdown. Number 11, Joey DiNapoli. Temple gets 7 off the interception, and Buffalo has an early hole in this game. They come back for drive number 2, back to the run. Meyer, and not much on his first couple carries. What happens with this offense when the run is contained? Here is a screen. It's Enrique Trejo across the 30. He gains 5. Back on schedule, 3rd down and 2. And they go with Meyer right up the middle. Broke a tackle and gets the first down. Sean Blade in as the 3rd receiver. And Ogbonna rolling out to the right on first down. And his pass is dropped by Oscar McNabb. Had an open look for a first down. So 2nd and 10, they go delayed and room to work with. That's Meyer for a big gain into Temple territory. Because of all the running we're going to do, we have to look at rotating the running backs more. And Joshua Bloom's first carry, stuffed for a loss at 2. Meyer back in after a 1-play break. And he makes the catch on 2nd and long. It's a gain of 8. Got to stay in these favorable 3rd down spots. Buffalo back to pass. That is off the mark from Ogbonna. And the rain is already having an impact on this possession especially. But Buffalo's going to leave the offense on 4th and 4. Here comes pressure, and the pass is hauled in. Quincy Witherspoon extends the drive. Buffalo to the 36. Ogbonna short for Trejo. Already as many catches as he had in week 0. But now 3rd down and 8. Edge of field goal range, and down goes Ogbonna. Sacked by Sean Higgins. Good swim move against left tackle Henry Tabansi. And we are not going to try a 55-yard field goal into the wind in the 1st quarter. We punt, and it's a touchback. So Temple gets a pick and then forces a punt to start the day. Now from their 20, it is swung out for Springs, and he's close to an Owl 1st down. They motion him out, running 3rd and 1. I don't think he got it. Brenton Lampman was there. It is 4th down. And Buffalo will get the football back. Good job by the defense. And Oscar McNabb, who dropped a pass on that last drive, will have Buffalo start at the 41. Bloom is the running back. A long 2nd down. Pass is out. Trejo the catch. Getting 13 yards. Definitely an effort to get our top receiver the football this week. But 3rd and 2. Bloom has the 1st down into the secondary. He has some really good burst, and I think he's going to be productive for us this year. Meyer back in. Cuts back against the block of Robert Shipman. Gain of 7. More jet motion, and now they flip it. Here's McNabb, cutting it up inside the 15. This is the kind of day to break out more of these manufactured touches. Helps complement the running game, and they return to it. Meyer bangs down to the 5-yard line. 41 rushing yards now for Buffalo. And here is the running back, Carlos Harms, getting the 1st down. Saw him score our 1st touchdown last week. But now Meyer back in, blasting into the end zone, and Buffalo has tied this game. That was a little bit more complimentary, getting a couple passes into the mix, and Buffalo has it 7 apiece. 2nd quarter Temple, it is a run. Springs cuts left, and look at the space to work with. Out to the 33. We are replacing some of our better run defenders from a year ago, but the pass rush has certainly been there, and there's our 1st sack of the day. Troy Hodell knocks back the Owls. Pressure gets there again on 2nd down. Antoine Gatto. He has so much burst. I'm really excited about him specifically. 3rd and 20, forced the check down. The pass rush comes alive on that possession, and that is a game changer for this defense. That's a sky kick. It's not going to make it too far, and Buffalo has it. Got to worry about a fumble there, but they're going to keep the football. And they're going right back to Meyer. He bounces the run outside, near the 1st down at the Temple 40. Motion Scarborough to the left side. Harms gets the football and converts. This 3-back system brings a tear to my eye. 1st and 10. Ogbonna off the play fake. He looks downfield and hooks up. That's Rashad Ebiketie. Out to the 11. We stretch the field a bit this time. But back in the red zone. To the run game we go. Meyer hit down, gets a few. And now John Burns is shaken up. Both starting guards off the field right now. And on 3rd down, the catch is made. Nearly scoring is Scarborough, who did score a week ago. And now Buffalo is at the doorstep. And Meyer is in for the 2nd time. When we're in the red zone, we are going to run the football. And I think that's going to boost our red zone touchdown numbers this season. It is 14-7, even after a rough start for Buffalo. But Temple gets it back at the 31, and Royster puts it up in coverage. Incomplete. Matteo Buffelli defending. Play action. On second down, now tight coverage, but the catch is made. That was Lampman who almost made a play on it. Royster to the sideline. Good catch. Dominic Singleton hauls it in. Temple is on the move. And now Springs again in the secondary. It's looked a little leaky in this run defense on some of these plays. Temple in the red zone for the second time as a sack will drop them back a few yards. That's Makovica. 3 sacks in the quarter for Buffalo. Now 2nd and 12 and dumped off for a short gain. It'll be 3rd down for Temple at the 19. 4-man rush. Royster underneath and the coverage too soft. Tempo from Temple. 8 yards away, and Springs shoves away a defender. Put a stiff arm on Stephen Makovica. It'll come down to 3rd and goal for the Owls. Royster dodging and running into the end zone with nobody around him. And Temple has tied things up with a very impressive possession. Just under 3 minutes to play in the first half. And the Owls are coming after Ogbonna, who rolls out and can't connect with Bloom. Incomplete. We've had a couple catchable balls that have not been caught today. Bloom runs on 2nd down, gets nothing. And this is where we're obviously not set up to be as successful. It's 3rd and long. Ogbonna standing in, and down he goes. Coverage down the field pretty good, and Ogbonna is shaken up at the end of this play. He will come off. We'll see if he is able to return. We've already lost 3 players this week as Temple has it looping around on the blitz. There is Isaac Truman. 4 sacks for Buffalo. 2nd and 20. Dumped off, and they get the lost yardage back for 3rd down. There's still time for Buffalo if they can get off the field here, but Jeremiah McDougal just jumped into the neutral zone. 3rd and 10 turns into 3rd and 5. They're setting up a screen. Here is Springs leaping over a defender, and it's a 1st down. Just enough to keep the drive moving, and a minute on the clock still. Royster dumping again for Springs, who brings it up across the Buffalo 35-yard line. Buffalo safeties sitting deep on 2nd down, and that goes right off the face mask of McDougal. So 3rd and 10 Temple, edge of field goal range. Buffalo sends 4. Royster hit and nearly intercepted. Right in the hands of Leon Edmond. So the field goal team is on for the Owls, and from 48. Great kick. Temple retakes the lead. And Buffalo is left with 37 seconds and 1 timeout. And they will head to the air, and great news with Ogbonna back in, but he loses the football. And the Owls take over. They will start the game with a turnover and pick up a 2nd here to end the first half. They capitalized with 7 the last time, but low on time here. Nice grab inside the 15. And they will not use the timeout, and this is costing them massively. 6 seconds to go. And they just get the snap off now. That's complete. Clock runs down, out of time. And Temple needed 1 more second. They wasted like 17 though. We catch a break there, but a very up and down half. We actually passed for more yards than we ran for. Temple showed some fight against the run on some of those early downs. They also picked up a few sacks and a couple turnovers, so they are doing enough defensively right now. Buffalo only averaging 4 yards a play. There is a lot to work on for us, and we're going to see Temple open the second half with possession, trying to build upon a strong first half. 2nd down, all over Royster, and dropped way back at the 9. Again, it's a sack for Isaac Truman. He's been a very good blitzer. 3rd and long, dumped off. There's Springs, will do what he can, and it's not nearly enough. And Buffalo will take over, starting with Joshua Bloom at running back. He gets the carry, right up the middle, makes a move and breaks a tackle, now accelerating past the defense and all the way. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's a 55-yard touchdown, a one-play possession. And I said Bloom would be our running back too this year because I think when you give him a crease, he has the explosiveness to rip off big plays, just like this. And it's 21-17. For all the things Temple has done well, they're still playing catch-up. Springs with a solid run. They've maintained some balance with him today. Now at the 34, it's a Royster fake. He meets pressure and is dropped again. And there is Hodel. So we are again racking up a lot of sacks this week. 3rd down and 15. Royster under pressure. He's going to send it deep downfield. And it's a nice interception. Great catch by Meekins. Turning this around at the 30. It's Buffalo football. Kalen Meekins has been a special team star for a while and now actually gets to play defense. He has 99 zone coverage. Runs down this football like a receiver. What a catch. And it's right back to Bloom and the Buffalo offense. Getting a break in there for Meyer. Play action now. A shot downfield from Ogbonna. Underthrown and then off the hand of Trejo, who had a chance. We're still going to take some chances downfield here or there. But 3rd and 6, letting it develop. It is off the hands of Trejo and dropped. And there have been a few balls today that really should have been caught. Punting back to Temple. And from the 21-yard line, it is a solid run back. Owls trying to get their offense on track again. And they will start in the air. Pressure on. It is intercepted! Jeremy Carruthers, house call! Touchdown, Buffalo! It could have been the pressure, it could have been the rain, but that ball got away from Corin Royster. He's trying to complete the mid-screen, and Carruthers is behind the intended receiver, but the ball ends up going right to him. And he doesn't miss the chance to score a touchdown and put Buffalo up by multiple possessions. Buffalo creates their first 2 turnovers of the year in this 3rd quarter. Temple down 11. That is taken away. Intercepted Brenton Lampman. And the wheels are falling off for the Temple offense. That is just double coverage. Over-aggressive. I know what it's like to throw that ball. Buffalo takes over short field and Bloom continues to take snaps. But here comes McNabb. They flip it to him again. Has a lane outside. Dives in. Touchdown. What a collision, but he pops right back up to celebrate his first touchdown as a Buffalo Bull. McNabb scoring in Philadelphia. It just feels right. And Buffalo is quickly turning this game on its head. There's a flag down here. It might actually go Temple's way. This is going to be unnecessary roughness. I talked about how explosive and athletic Gatto is, but he doesn't slow down all that easily. This pass is lofted into the secondary and caught by Singleton. And the Owls desperate to get something to get the game back on track for them. Springs will run a really good cyclone spin move for 7. 9 yards away, dumped off. That's enough for the first down. Can they finish with a touchdown, though? They run it, and across the goal line, Rasheem Springs. Temple trying to settle it down, back to a 2-possession ball game. Buffalo not taking over off of a turnover now. And here is the well-rested D'Angelo Meyer getting the first down. 2nd and 10. It is a bubble screen, and Sean Blade makes the catch, and they'll give him first down yardage. I'd expect to see more screens from the offense this year. Here's another one. Meyer, nice move, finds some open space. Fun play for 8 yards right there. And now Joshua Bloom re-enters, and Ogbonna's going to roll out and keep it, getting first down yardage. Austin Harris checking in now at receiver, but it's Ogbonna again. Open space and sliding. Gotta err on the side of caution there. If we slide a little early, our running game should be able to take care of some of those short yardage needs, and they do it again here. Now some tempo from the offense. Ogbonna off his spot, and then drops it underneath, and Meyer hauls it in. And Buffalo is moving the football well. Just outside the red zone now at the third quarter winding down. Here's Meyer. Good quickness to get upfield, first down. He's carried 18 times, has some catches on the day. Short for Ebiketie, speeding inside the 5. He really has great speed. We've seen it on display a couple times in this game. But 1 yard out, smash it in the end zone. Touchdown, D'Angelo Meyer. It's a 3-score day. Great job by Tabansi and Treggs on the left side. Treggs coming off a 4-sack game, still getting the job done as our fullback. Temple down, 42-24. That's Gatto. He's everywhere, man. He's fun. 2nd and 11, and it goes to number 11. Temple has to get back down the field again quick. 3rd down and 5. With Royster over the middle, and it's broken up by Leon Edmond. Excellent coverage. They have to go for it. Buffalo sends 5. Royster clean and gets upfield. It's a conversion all the way to the 32-yard line. Back to the air once again. Pressure forcing him to leave the pocket. And it's another scrambling first down, and back in the red zone go the Owls. 3rd and 5, scrambling again. This time, Buffalo ready for it. Truman with the stop, and it's 4th down. Field goal team is on for Temple. And this cuts it to a 2-possession game. And they're going to have to step their defense up now with the game on the line. Meyer, the running back, with motion from Harris. He makes the grab. And Austin Harris has a gain of 9. 15 of 21 through the air for Ogbonna. And on 3rd and inches, they do make the play for a loss. The door is cracked open for Temple. 7 minutes to go. They need 2 touchdown drives. Truman is there. He's had a really busy game. He's looked good. 3rd and 3. Good cutback, but no first down for Springs, and it's 4th and 1. They will run it, stretching outside, and chase down. He doesn't get it. That is freshman Jamal Harper checking in and chasing down Rasheem Springs. Turnover on downs. Here's a run, and that's a new running back in the game. Kevin Babineau now receiving some handoffs. We're up by 15, so giving carries to some other players. Play action now. Deep shot, Ogbonna picked off. Ebiketie wasn't there to fight for the football. And Temple has picked him off a 2nd time. Now have to go 94 yards from his own end zone. Trouble, and Royster sacked by Antoine Gatto just as he exited the end zone. On 2nd down and 16, they'll pick up some necessary yardage here to get away from the end zone. Springs on 3rd down. He's wrapped up. That's Humphreys. And a big play again, Temple. Essentially game on the line. Need 4. Tipped at the line. I believe he threw it into a lineman. And the Bulls take over. Continuing to feed Babineau, who works to the outside and is stopped at the 1. We moved him from quarterback to running back this year. And Babineau is going to score his first career touchdown. Given how crowded the quarterback depth chart is, this was the best way to get him on the field, and there is a score. 49-27. Buffalo really pulling away in this second half, playing more complete on both sides of the football. And just a few minutes left to go. Royster, 3rd down, he throws a pick, and the great day for Isaac Truman continues. 42 can really play. And Buffalo takes over. They have changed running backs again. And here is a freshman running back in Jimmy Sampson. So he was a 3-star gem that we recruited last year. Turns out he has elite development, excellent skill caps. He has a very high ceiling, but don't expect to see a lot of him this year. We plan to redshirt him. We're giving him carries now because the game is in hand. Temple has it for one last possession. A lot of backups on the defensive end as well for Buffalo as this pass is aired out behind the defense. Touchdown, Rasheem Springs. Got behind Truman and Meekins was a step slow getting over. And Springs has the octopus, an 8-point play, 49-35. Onside kick. Nice pickup by Sean Blade, and that's going to wrap it up in week 1. Buffalo moves to 2-0 in non-conference play. We only scored 20 in week 0. How's 49 today sound? 1 from the defense, 6 touchdowns from the offense, and no field goals. Still a work in progress, but I feel better about this performance than our first one on the offensive side. The screen game looked good. We had a better backfield rotation. I have a better idea of what that's going to look like. I want Meyer to be around 20 to 25 touches, which might mean he takes a break in the second or third quarters for drives at a time. I don't want him to get hurt. Couple turnovers today. Not the ones I'm super concerned with. I think Trejo should have been able to contest the first one, and then Ebiketie just didn't go up for that ball at the end. But I like the passing game, the way it's unfolding, even if it's not ultra productive. 68% completion percentage when we had like 3 drops. I'll take that. We haven't been forced to get out of our comfort zone much in these first 2 games offensively. And on defense, the early story has to be the success of this pass rush. 7 sacks in this game. Isaac Truman, 20 tackles, a sack and a half, and an interception. That's a pretty legendary stat line, and I'm really excited about his future. That performance from Buffalo gives us a couple Player of the Week awards. Antoine Gatto is recognized, and so is D'Angelo Meyer this week. And Buffalo has re-entered the top 25 conversation, polling at number 21. We've played 2 games. A lot of these other teams have only played 1. So, 2 games into the year, it's looking like this might not be the type of offense that really fits David Ogbonna. At least when it comes to his deal breaker. He might end up wanting to transfer if we don't start passing more. Like I said at the very beginning, we'll cross that bridge if we need to. We should start getting the ball rolling, though, with some quarterback recruiting, just to be safe. I'm really interested in what the next game looks like taking on Michigan, because that's going to be a team that will be a lot tougher for us to run on, and I expect to have to get more out of our passing game if we're going to compete with the Wolverines. And we're certainly going to need this young defensive line to play well, as they have already. Moving over to recruiting, this right here is huge. DeMarco Lacumbo is impressed with what's going on at Buffalo. He's moved us to his number 1 team, ahead of the Iowa Hawkeyes. We're also getting great feedback from Kyle Abrams, Rashawn Hayden. Recruiting has gotten progressively easier each season as we've built up the program, had more hours to spend, and the program is just in a different spot. But we still only have so many hours. So, with these players that have narrowed it down to their top 5, of course I'm now hard selling for the best chance at winning those battles. But I think as we need to start looking at quarterbacks, doing some scouting there, I'm going to have to reduce some points to set aside for that. So I've looked at quarterbacks that don't have too many offers that I think we could still go after, and there are some 4-star options. More 3-stars that actually have us in their top 5s already. But I want some options in case the risk of transfer on Ogbonna gets high. I've also made sure that none of the quarterbacks on our board have a playing style deal breaker. There's no point in pursuing that. So we'll begin with the 4-star players then. I chose to begin scouting Sidney Sermons, and the ratings for him look pretty solid. 92 throw power, has a few abilities including extender, and then we're going to drop the points off of Greg Killings to have more of a quarterback recruiting budget. So Sermons looks like a good choice. But what I'm going to do with the rest of the points here is offer him a scholarship and then one to the other 4-star quarterbacks, just to kind of gauge feedback. I don't have the points to scout everybody right now, but if I can offer a scholarship, see if that moves the needle at all for them, then I can see who's actually interested and hopefully make more efficient use of the points. If it works out with the 4s, then we might not have to recruit the 3-star players as much. But I think it's important we get that underway now, knowing the risk of David Ogbonna choosing to transfer. But looking ahead to next week, I've been talking about a potential move to the Big Ten one day in this series, and that lines up nicely with Buffalo's scheduled games against Big Ten opponents, basically one a year for what seems like a decade. This year it happens to be Michigan, who has last year's rushing leader returning. A lot of really intriguing players as well that are first-year starters, and just the best roster we're likely to see in this regular season. These games are great for testing our progress as a program and how we stack up to teams that we're not facing on an every-week basis. We get the early season tests now, and then we can continue developing against more of our conference schedule, and the late season test will be against SMU. So I like the schedule this season being broken up in that way. Now for the next game that comes around, there will be a new update that I play with. I was forced to download it when I got on the game today. So this would have been my final game played before this recent update. We'll see if I have to make any slider changes. It was a pretty big update, like 1.5 gigs, so I imagine there will be something to tweak in there. But Michigan is the next one for us. Number 21 Buffalo, trying to show just how far they've come in our 5+ year journey. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and please leave a like if you're enjoying the Dynasty. Leave any thoughts you have down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, most importantly. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.